They called it Asher Island, though it doesn't appear on any map. Floating in the endless blue somewhere between Australia and America, it lies in waters known for shipwrecks, sudden storms, and compass confusion. Sailors speak of it in scattered whispers, a sunny paradise that turns to nightmare the moment you set foot on land. No one remembers who built the sanatorium there. No one remembers when. But they say it was meant to hold the worst the convicts driven mad not by their crimes, but by the punishments they endured in the darkest corners of history's forgotten prisons. It was supposed to be their end, a place of no return, and maybe it was. They say the island has a way of calling to people: treasure hunters, lost sailors, pleasure cruisers. They spot the glimmer of golden sands from afar, calm waters, coconut trees, no sign of danger. But it's a lie. The moment they anchor and step onto the beach, the light shifts, the breeze dies, the sun dims behind a wall of gray. And just beyond the tree line, the sanatorium rises from the mist, a fortress of stone and rust, windows unbroken, doors unlocked, and every light glowing softly, as if the building never closed, as if it was waiting. One such story comes from 1983. The Marguerite, a French yacht manned by a family of 6, vanished en route from Tahiti to the Cook Islands. Their last recorded transmission said, "We see land, we are going to dock." They were never heard from again. 10 years later, a Japanese fishing vessel spotted an abandoned yacht drifting off the coast of Fiji. It was the Marguerite. Inside, everything was intact. Food in the cupboards, clothing folded, dinner set on the table, but no people. Only a strange marking carved into the wooden floor of the cabin, a cross inside a square, the symbol of Asher Sanatorium. Records suggest Asher was constructed sometime in the 1800s, possibly funded in secret by colonial powers, who needed a place to dispose of problems no one wanted to deal with. Men who had seen too much. Convicts used for experiments. Soldiers who cracked after what they'd done. The stories tell of isolation tanks, bloodletting rooms, and chambers without doors where the screaming was constant for weeks. Eventually, even the staff began to go mad. One journal entry recovered from a cracked vault inside the sanatorium reads, "They howl all night. Something lives beneath the foundations. We are feeding it." In 1999, 2 American divers searching for Spanish treasure near Micronesia reported seeing an island not on their maps. They docked, entered the tree line, and claimed they saw a large facility with a collapsed tower. They explored for hours, or so they thought. When they returned to their boat, it was covered in barnacles, ropes rotted, instruments dead. They had been gone for over 3 months. Their footage was corrupted, their GPS logs erased. One of them never spoke again. The other disappeared in 2004. Many believe Asher Island exists between tides like a mirage, but it's not a trick of the eye. It's a predator, drawing in the lost, feeding on their fear, and showing them what they need most: hope, only to take it away. A survivor's account smuggled out of a detention ward in Sydney tells of what it's like inside the sanatorium. "We docked on soft sand, bright sky, thought we'd found paradise. 5 of us, only I made it out. There were chairs still warm, beds with impressions, toothbrushes beside running sinks, but no people. Then the doors began to close behind us. The room stretched longer. The light bulbs flickered, but they weren't powered. We heard them, the patients, still screaming, still trapped, still alive in a way you can't understand. I found a mirror. I saw my face, but it wasn't mine. And then I ran. I never saw the others again." only shadows at the edge of my vision, and the whisper, "Welcome home." Asher's Sanatorium was not a building. It was a machine for forgetting, for erasing, for rewriting the lost. And when it appears now, it does so with the facade of peace. Calm skies, still waters, a dock just large enough for one boat. But step onto the sand, and you'll hear it. The tone shifts in the air, the wind slowing, the trees silent, and the lights of the sanatorium glowing softly, like the breath of something still dreaming, still feeding. In 2012, a luxury cruise liner reported a strange island appearing on the horizon. The captain dismissed it. The next morning, one of their life rafts was missing. 3 guests, gone, their room untouched. The only clue, a postcard tucked into a book in the ship's library. The image was faded, a building, white and wide, under a sky split with lightning. On the back, a single phrase, "We found it. Asher is real." Boats thought to be lost at sea, planes never heard from again, distress calls that end in silence all have been traced to the waters in the wide, open nowhere between Australia and America. Some now believe Asher Island is not just a location, it's an entity, a sentient landmass that lures the broken, that offers sanctuary to those running from something. And once you step ashore, it knows what you fear. It gives it form, gives it sound, gives it hands, and it never lets go. They say if you find the island and you resist entering the facility, you might make it back, but you'll never be the same. The salt will never wash off. The sand will stay in your eyes, and your dreams will echo with the cries of the madmen left behind. You'll wake each night at 3:17 a.m., hearing footsteps down your hallway. You'll open the door and find a corridor, rusty, wet, lit by flickering bulbs, and something at the far end, still walking toward you, still smiling. Because Asher Island doesn't need the ocean anymore. Now it finds you, wherever you are.
There's a shadow in the hallway and a voice beneath the floor. I lock the doors, I hold my breath, but it's closer than before. A cold wind in the mirror, footsteps on the stairs. I feel it watching silently, but nothing's ever there.